You too, Midnight. I just.
Alright.
Yeah, I just glare.
I will put all but one back.
All of you see her, like, slowly try to put it, like, underneath her cloak.
Midnight, hand it over.
Put that bitch on the tree.
The doll or midnight?
Clarion?
Hey guys, it's Mia here, and welcome back once again to a new episode of the Dungeons & Dragons podcast. This is episode 16, and I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, so let's get into this. Last time on D&D, we saw our heroes take care of monsters in a stronghold so that the people of Phandalin could safely move there to have somewhere to go after the dragon attack. Now, we find our heroes trying to convince them that it's safer to go there instead of stay where they are in case the dragon decides to come back to finish those that were left in the town. We find our heroes going to take care of some orcs with a centaur named Xanth. What will happen next? Let's get into this and find out.
You come upon a 60-foot wide forest clearing, in the middle of which is a black, needle-like spire, a 40-foot tall pine tree ravaged by fire long ago. Its limbs burned off, tied to the dead tree. Near its base are several ghastly dolls made of twigs, bound with black hair.
I want to go investigate the tree, and I want to prepare one of my arrows to possibly light it on fire.
So you and with Midnight are on the back of the horse go up to the tree. As you are investigating the dolls, you hear a thumping sound. Boom, 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 boom,
Coming up on the fucking cold.
Oh, they're alive.
coming from the dolls.
Dolls have heartbeats.
This might be stupid, but can I take one off the tree?
Yeah, you pick up one of the dolls.
Treat it with care.
Well, yeah, obviously it has a heartbeat.
It's a baby.
Can I see if I recognize what spell did this? Like if they're voodoo dolls or if they're like legit people turned tiny?
You assume that this is some kind of magic is at work here, but you don't know what kind, what's up with it. You think it might be a magical cause that surrounds these dolls.
Well, can I carefully like put the doll in my inventory to investigate later?
Yes, but as you take the doll, you see that something is wrapped inside it, and it is made of twigs.
Can I look through the cracks in the twigs to see what's in the center?
You can't tell what kind it is, but there is a beating heart inside these twig dolls.
Can they talk?
Oh, maybe if you kill them, I can talk to them.
I'm not gonna kill it.
I know, I was just
I
joking.
mean, we could end their suffering. We don't know if they're suffering.
Yeah.
Hold up, hey, we don't know if these people even know they're cursed. We don't know what's going on. Let's not kill anything before we have the information. Can I cut all the dolls off the tree?
Bitch, I want one.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, I'm not keeping them all, I'm just cutting them down. And you can have some of the dolls, we can
Why
all
do I
have.
feel like this is gonna end bad?
You cut them down successfully. I mean, yeah, you cut down the twigs. You now have 10 twig dolls, all of them with beating hearts on the inside.
I'm gonna give one to everyone.
Or you can give 9 to me and keep 1.
That is more concerning.
Said the
For
one
no
that just
reason
said we should
whatsoever.
kill them all.
Well, because we don't know if they're suffering.
Actually, why would I?
Technically,
Never mind,
I
I'm not
said
giving
that.
one to you.
Oh, you talk about
And
me.
you can give me 6, and you can keep 4.
Okay, well then I split them with Midnight.
Are we doing 50-50?
Yep.
5-5? 5 dolls with hearts. Let's go.
Maybe there's someone somewhere that can help us figure out how to fix these. What
Maybe
voodoo
I'll take
dolls.
first.
And then I guess I'm just gonna keep going on Hidalgo.
Okay, you end your turn. It is now Bartholomew's turn. With
From-
your bird vision, you were able to tell that. Yeah, you saw that these are twig dolls that they picked up, and you can tell that something is beating on the inside.
Okay, I wanna fly down. Ask them what the fuck they're doing.
There were these dolls on the tree.
And you thought to pick them up.
Well, we can unspell them. They're voodoo dolls. They've been spelled.
I wanted. You never know.
They're voodoo
6
dolls.
with hearts.
And you
Just with
touched
hearts
them.
that can be useful later.
And
Well-
you pulled them off the tree. What the fuck were you thinking?
I'm thinking we could take them to someone that knows how to unenchant items. That way, whoever these dolls are tied to can be free of the possession or voodoo, whatever the fuck voodoo dolls do to people.
You know you touched it,
Or-
right?
I'm not the
these
one
could
that's
come in
spelled
handy
by
later.
it.
There's a solid chance that you are now the victim.
That's not how voodoo
This could
dolls
be a
work.
special tool
You don't
can
know
help
that?
us out
Who said it's a
later.
voodoo doll?
It certainly looks like one. And it already
you know
has a
that?
heart inside.
Plot twist:
What?
they could be warding totems to ward off evil.
And we just took them.
I'd hand him one of the dolls, I guess.
No, I don't want to touch it. I'm not touching it because I'm not getting cursed like the rest of you fuckers.
I'm
I didn't
already
touch-
cursed.
Silence.
Touch it. You're
From your studies as a king, this kind of thing that you've only read in books, you can determine that it could be some kind of transmutation magic.
Okay, alright. Listen. Okay. Now, granted, I know I don't look like I can read and I can't, but, you know, back in my kingdom, I had somebody to read for me.
Right?
And if I'm correct,
Please.
Scarlet, Miss Little, let's go touch everything, that could be a person.
Well, that's what I said. I said it could be a voodoo doll or it could be
No,
a person.
that is the person.
Well, we have to change them back, don't we? That's why we take them to someone that
we
can
don't
do
have to do
spells.
anything, we just throw it in a ditch and walk away!
You're cruel. Well, I'm not leaving these innocent people to be like that.
Who says they're innocent?
Good point. That's why we
Good
look into the matter more. I did say.
Oh my god, we're all gonna die. Clarion, what do you think? I say we throw them in a ditch and dip.
No.
The dolls or the
They're
or our
precious
teammates?
to me.
Good question. The
Hey!
dolls.
I think.
I want them all.
How many are there in total?
10.
10.
Oh,
I have
fuck.
5 of them. She has 5 of them. We split them.
I say we smash 3 of them. and
No,
take
no,
3 of
no,
them with
that's
them.
the
No,
last
no, no,
thing
no,
you
no,
want
no.
to do.
Yeah, let's not do that because we could
You
piss off
don't want to
whatever
smash
spell
them
this
because
is.
if it's not that and there's some evil demonic spirit stuck inside that thing and we smash it, it comes out. One of us is getting possessed, and I'm not dealing with any of that.
Can I smash it?
No,
Shut
did
the
you
fuck
not
up.
listen?
It was a
Midnight.
joke.
Midnight protects his 5 like a mom protects her child. No, they're mine.
Okay, so the 2 leaders of the group can't
They're my
decide what.
Pokemon.
So should we do
They're my
this as a
trap
vote?
souls. It's not a vote because
No, I
me
think
and
it comes
Scarlet
down to
own
you
them.
being the split decision.
Okay, so
What do you mean? You guys don't have a choice. It's me and Scarlet. You guys can't take them. We
I
found them
want to
first.
at
We
least
found
figure
them.
out.
Do you want
Wait,
to?
You know I'm a
Is that a challenge, Midnight? Is that a challenge I'm hearing?
easy.
midnight.
Oh, your ears
You-
working right?
I'm
I'm
a
gonna fight you for
trickster.
these. Put your hands up.
Cracks,
Let's.
Nick.
Okay, calm down,
Let's
calm
get
down.
frisky.
Okay. So what was the option? Leave him into the ditch and
There was no options.
Scarlet.
Leave
what
them
was
in the
it?
ditch and don't touch them, or take them with
Scar-
us and possibly get possessed, then break and try to kill us, or worse.
Sister, I respect your decision, but the Birdman has a point.
You always make the wrong decision.
How is it the wrong
Scarlet,
decision?
hear me
I
out.
think he's
This could
making
be
the
one
right
decision.
decision.
Is this by any chance? If it's true, what James said, if these things possess any demonic forces and they're in our presence, we're the one getting fucked.
Yeah, I said that.
If they were gonna attack us already, they probably already would have.
Maybe they can't. Maybe this is a containment thing. Maybe they're being
Scarlet.
contained by these dolls.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm looking over at our guide, the horse dude. Hey, do you know anything about this?
Xanth, who was quietly waiting for you to ask his opinion, he goes, "This does not bode well. I am an omen reader by trade, and I am getting some very bad omens coming from this tree and this area.
Can you be a little
This is-
less cryptic?
This is not what I brought you here for. This is something else.
So you suggest that we should leave now?
I suggest that maybe we should put the dolls back and leave them be.
Yeah.
I do-
Final vote.
I do not know why they are here. Maybe disturbing them is not the right course of action.
Alright,
You
Ponyhead
couldn't-
over there says we should leave him, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Toss those bitches back on the tree and let's get the fuck out of here.
Excuse me?
Sorry, sister.
It's alright, he calls me a bird too.
It's fine. Okay, I guess I'll go and put them back.
You too, Midnight. I just.
Alright.
Yeah, I just.
I
glare.
will put all but one back.
All of you see her, like, slowly try to put it, like, underneath her cloak.
Midnight, hand it over.
His.
Put that bitch on the tree.
The doll or or midnight?
Clarion?
It's just, can I just keep the one?
I go over. Hand it over, please. I gave mine back. You can give yours back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want it-
I'd like to do a magical check on the voodoo dolls to see what I can perceive that they are enchanted on.
From
Like
your
not
studies as a sorcerer and your studies from a library that is very secret, recognize what these are, and you recognize that if these are damaged, something bad can happen.
Well, this is unusual. I'm definitely sensing some form of malicious, malignant magic coming from these. Definitely some kind of effect will take place if these are harmed in any way.
That's why we
They're
should
rigged.
leave, little
They're
man.
rigged to trigger. Question is, why are they all the way out here?
The thing is, can't we just use these, like, if we take them, don't break them, but maybe throw them at somebody else and they break them? They'll be cursed?
But they'll be possessed and they become our problem.
Sadly, not all magic is as prone to loopholes as you would wish. I would
Well, I am
find it the
atheist, so
best.
I wouldn't understand.
My character just looks at her like, fucking dumbass.
Him.
It's not what magic fucking is. What the fuck? Yes, I definitely advise we leave them here.
Guys, I
And
have an idea.
I put one of the dolls back.
And as you guys have finished inspecting the black tree, you all proceed to move on with Xanth leading the way.
Bartholomew, to the skies.
As you continue your journey, the sun is gone. You have nothing but the night sky and all the stars twinkling down below you. As you make your way across uneven ground rising to a ridge, several howling orcs ascend a similar ridge across from you, separating from
Let's
you
go.
by a 60-foot wide, 10-foot deep gully. The orcs unleash terrible battle cries as they are joined in by a humanoid with elongated claws.
I'm gonna take out my longbow, put some of the oil I have on it, and then set it ablaze with one of the torches and fire an arrow. And I want to aim it in like the biggest cluster of them, like try and set them all on fire.
As you shoot the arrow and it flies across the sky, the arrow goes shoom, right through the throat. The orc is dead.
I am staying right where I don't want to get anywhere near that cluster. Fuck, I'm fine. I'm staying right where I am.
I use minor illusion to mimic a sound of a scream. The dragons roar.
You see the orcs kind of turn around a little bit and go, "Oh no!" And they are going to start booking it toward your guys' direction, away from the sound of the roar. There's one other person on the field that is a humanoid with elongated claws. And that person, as the orcs quickly are frightened and scared, and they look behind him, she yells, "You fools! There is no dragon behind us! Kill them!"
Fuck.
I quickly say to the group, "You guys gotta deal with her. I can only last this for a minute. I'll keep distracting them."
Okay, here we go, guys. Wish me luck.
You shove that javelin right into that orc's side. It just as it came down, it went through their foot, so their foot is now stuck to the ground with the javelin. They take the javelin, and with an orc scream, they pull it out of their foot.
Cute. Are you not entertained?
One of the orcs looks at their boss, just kind of confused. He's kind of looking at her like, "Are you sure that I need to run into that?" And he just kind of looks back forward, like, really questioning his life decisions. It is now all of the orcs' turn.
If they all
Oh
beat
dear
my
God.
10.
Silver one to the right is gonna throw a javelin.
Oh, he's throwing my javelin back.
Yes, he's gonna throw your javelin specifically right back at you, and it's gonna do 6 piercing damage to you.
Mhm.
The creeper is also gonna throw a javelin at you, hits you for 4 piercing damage.
Cool.
And then the purple one over there is also gonna throw a javelin at you. It did 4 damage.
This is pussy shit.
Then the next one closest to you on the right, he tried to throw it up at you, and it came, and you look at it as it comes up, and then flips back and goes straight back down, landing right in his face, doing 9 HP and it went through his body, and he killed himself. Number 3 is dead.
Oh, nice.
You can see their boss just do a complete facepalm, like what the fuck?
Okay, so as he throws it, because I already have like 2 of them just sticking in me, can I just like stick my arm out and just caw really loud? Ah! It just goes right back towards.
That's exactly what happened. So now the gray one at the top next to purple, he's gonna throw a javelin at you.
Fuck yeah, bring it on!
It only does 5 piercing damage.
Fuck you.
The boss is going to cast Bless on 3 creatures of her choosing. So next we're going to go to the white orc that is closest on the right. He is then going to throw a javelin at Xanth, because Xanth is the closest person to him. He throws the javelin and it misses, and Xanth not happy with this, and he locks eyes with that orc. Next we're going to go to the one on top of the ridge with the die on top of it. So then all of those orcs are pretty much going to aim for Xanth. So the one with the dice on his head is going to add a d4, so he actually does hit Xanth for 9 damage. And then the next one is going to roll. He rolled a 9, that did not hit. The 2-headed orc is now going to say, oh my god, he did 8 damage. The pig-looking orc is then going to attack, and he hit with 9 damage. And then the tall black orc is then gonna javelin number 1. It slices him in the back. Most of his horse body is what's taking the blunt since it has the highest mass, but the last javelin that is thrown breaks and shatters one of his front knees. Xanth falls prone
Oh fuck.
and is severely wounded. You can hear from the massive crack that will never heal correctly. This centaur will never be able to walk correctly again. Never will he experience another full gallop in the forests that he loves.
What the fuck?
His leg has been shattered. Alright, and
Fire
as the
burns
monsters
just
wrap
my
up,
bone.
as the monsters wrap up their attack, it is now Midnight's turn.
I'm just gonna have to walk around him. Okay, I'm gonna hit that gray one right there with an arrow, and then I do my second attack.
So you shoot your first arrow right in the shoulder, and then the second one just goes right into his throat and gets lodged there. You can hear it go and just choke and fall to the ground, dead.
That's funny.
This
Guys,
one
I'm
is
helping,
now-
guys. I'm finally killing people.
You just scream that out of pure excitement. Bartholomew just gives you a thumbs up.
Let's go ahead and deal with the left. I'm gonna cast
Wait.
magic
Oh.
missiles all on the one on
Okay.
the left, and
On the
then
left.
I'm going to use consume 2 sorcery points, 1 to trigger the bonus action of casting Ray of Frost, and 1 to copy it.
How would you like to do this?
So the group sees me running to the left in the horse. I take my hands off the rein, and in one hand, in my left hand, glows a bright, shining orb of white light, and in my right, a swirling cloud of very pigmented blue mist. And the horse is riding to the left towards them, and those orcs see me coming, and they're like, "What can this simple, skinny fool do to us?" And the next thing they see is 3 bolts of white light come from my left hand and soar right into the left one, throwing him back and piercing him into the ridge behind. Awestruck by this, the other orc looks away from his friend who just got shish kebab into the wall, and all he sees is a swirling cloud of blue wind, and the last thing he sees is the ice forming over his eyes. Falls.
You want to go?
Can I run up to Xanth? I would like to get down and try to comfort him. Stay strong, friend. We're almost out of this.
Xanth tries to get up. He puts he's trying very hard to stand. He struggles, but he makes it, and he takes his longbow and he aims directly at the boss. He takes an arrow and it lodges itself into the ridge. He misses. He's in so much pain, and he falls prone again just out of sheer agony. He can't stay on the leg. He looks to you, Claireon, as you gave him words of inspiration. He's like, I cannot fight. Please help me. Okay, cool. You shoot the arrow and it lodges into his shoulder. He looks at his other head, and then the second head looks back, and they both and they kind of yell at each other and then look back at you, and they don't even touch the arrow. The arrow's just lodged in there. They're not gonna stop for you. You shoot the arrow, and it lodges, and it goes straight into the heart of the orc, of the 2-headed orc,
Yeah.
and he falls over and dies.
I break my concentration of my spell, and I pull out my sharp bow. I'm on the horse, so I move to the dead body to the right. Why shoot at the black guy?
You shoot him and it sticks him in the thigh, and he's bloodied. Blood starts oozing out of his thigh.
Okay.
But I need to have it prepared.
Fly in between the two with the dice on them. Go for the one on the left first with the axe. Oh, we're going into rage. Reckless because it's my first attack. And then let me turn around and fight the other one real quick with my second action.
Alright, well that one's dead too. How do you want to do this?
Okay, so I want to fly from I want to just grab out both of my weapons at the same time. My axe on my left, my sword on my right. And then I want to, like, fly from the tree directly up. And since I barely have enough movement speed to get up there, I just want to touch the edge with my toes and lunge myself forward and just kind of throw my sword and axe just back and forth between the two of them, chopping them up into little tiny bits. And then I would like to move my horse. Can he scale up the mountain?
He tries to scale the cliff. He's trying to trot up there, and he's pulling his strength, even though he's a very light horse. But he loses his footing and falls to the ground. A rib pops off, but the horse quickly uses his mouth to take it, put it back in. Moving
Gondola?
on. Right, the boss locks eyes with you.
Give her a cheeky little smile and a wink.
And she is going to throw lightning bolt at you.
What the fuck?
Alright, so instead of it doing 5 damage, it is going to do 2 damage. So you're
Can
just
I laugh and smile again and wink with the other eye?
2 lightning damage, this pure red eye just slowly turns off and back on. Yeah, she's now going to get some distance in between you two. She's going to run her brethren. No,
you better run, bitch, because I will catch you.
So this one, who still has a blessing, he's going to throw a javelin at you.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
That's cute.
That didn't hit. Alright, so then this one's going to throw a javelin at you. It's going to do 4 damage. This one's going to throw one at you.
Damn, he's got that arm. Good on him.
He throws the javelin and it barely misses you. And you just
throws
lock
the
eyes
javelin,
with him.
and I grab it out of the air, and I bite it in half with my mouth.
Alright, and then that black one is going to go for Angel because it's closer. So then he throws it and he misses. It is now Midnight's turn.
Is there a way I can get to the cliff?
You're up against the ridge.
So am I able to use Misty Step to teleport on top of? You know what? I'll stay down, and so I'm just gonna use an arrow.
He is not looking good.
But how blessed are you, baby?
Clarion, it is now your turn. You can see the orc that has the red dye on him. You can see him.
We'll go ahead and move up 3 paces and magic missile it, all on him. Wait,
Okay.
did anyone damage him already?
Yeah.
No.
Midnight
We did?
literally just attacked him.
Oh, I thought you attacked the one that Angel hit.
No, I'll attack the blessed one.
Fuck it. Do your thing.
Actually, we're gonna cast Ray of Frost. We're gonna cast Ray of Frost instead.
You use Ray of Frost, and it goes. Shh. You just have this gust of icy wind takes a hold of him and freezes him. He falls down the cliff and shatters into a million pieces.
That's cute.
This bitch is gone. Alright, it is now Xanth's turn. Xanth is just gonna lie there and just try to just hold in the pain. So he's not gonna be doing anything. So now it's back up to Scarlet.
From where I am, can I see the other two up at the cliff?
You can tell if somebody's there, but you can't really see anything. You keep seeing like the top of somebody's head pop up and down, but you don't really see your target.
Well then, I'm gonna go with my longbow for the black one at the bottom.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to put it right through his eyeball, right into his brain, and just stick him against the crevice. And then, can I move up on my horse as close as it'll let me get without being on a body?
You're not on a dead body, but you are fairly close to one.
Now, can I get off the horse and try to scale the cliff?
Using your adrenaline, you are able to scale the cliff all the way to the top, and you now see the boss running away from the bird and his hot glowing eyes just staring at his enemies, and you see the other 2 orcs start charging the bird.
With my 2 weapon fighting, go for Queenie back there. Could I chuck a sword at her?
Alright, that does 8 damage to her. Wow, that's the first hit on her for the whole game. You threw it and you sliced over her shoulder. So your short sword is now located, lying right there. It is now Shadow's turn. You can see Bartholomew screaming the profanities at the edge of the cliff.
I dismount on the horse and I attempted to climb.
You were able to get all the way up, but you are now hanging on the cliff. So you're able to get both arms up, but at this current moment, you're currently like trying to pull yourself on top of the cliff.
Am I able to see?
You're able to see.
I use magic missile on her.
So while you were hanging on the cliff, with one hand grabbed onto like the soil that everyone is standing on, you take your other hand and shoot it out and use magic missile. And you hit her with a magic missile. She's now looking directly at you.
Fuck.
It is now Bartholomew's turn.
Can I fly past all the way to... I want to get to the queen. Flies, stops, and just takes one step forward. The great axe, ready to rumble. I'm going to roll with Reckless.
You swing that great axe and you cut it right into her left of her chest. Get her in the tit. She is definitely bloody. She's pissed.
We're not done yet. The great axe again.
Ew.
Okay, frenzy then, which means I get to attack again with the great axe again. 14.
How do you want to do this?
So I want to fly up to her, but I obviously have to do the charming little wink. But I want to grab her by the feet with my bare hands. I don't want to flip her just on the ground, and I want to grab my axe. I want to look directly at Mia with my glowing red eyes and my glowing axe. I just want to pick it up the first time and slam it right on the queen's head without breaking eye contact.
I'm just
It's called
I want to break eye contact and just look down and pick my axe up and smash her face in again. And then again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And again. And I just want to keep pummeling and pummeling with the axe.
You just see Angel pumping up his fist while hanging on the side of the cliff. Yeah!
I almost lost my grip and it was like, oh shit.
I want to slouch a little bit. And I want to look at the one to the left. And just point at him, point to the queen, point at him, point to the queen, and point at him. And then I want to wink at him.
It is now the enemy's turn. Both orcs are now extremely terrified, so they are gonna book it. Bartholomew, you do get attack of opportunity.
What are we thinking? Should we do the sword or the axe?
You could pick up my sword and stab him with it.
But your sword doesn't do as much damage as my sword.
Oh, true.
Fuck it, the axe is like our go-to weapon here, so we're gonna do that.
How do you want to do this?
Well, my axe is stuck inside of the queen. So as he's running behind me, I just want to pick up the axe and fling it behind me as he's running like on some Thor shit and just impale him straight into the dirt. And it's gonna bend his body in half like a scorpion. Just gonna straight snap at the waist and he's just gonna dangle there all fucked up and limmy.
The queen's head was stuck to the axe blade the entire time. So that one is dead and they're currently running away. So now it goes to midnight. You are currently on the ground and you cannot see this person running away.
Alright, teleportation.
You teleport against the rock face 40 feet in the air. You are able to find a footholding before you fall, and then you climb up the rest of the way. You are now up next to Angel. And then as you climb up, you say on your left.
Can I reach them with my short bow? Okay, I have 2 shots, guys. I can't possibly miss.
He is bloodied. You can see him limping, trying to limp away. He's like muttering to himself in Orcish. I don't want to die. You know, not like this.
Good luck, guys.
It is now Clairion's turn.
We are going to make an attempt to scale up the wall.
So you are able to scale up and you make it up to 20 feet on the wall. You have another 40 feet of climbing left to go. It is now back up to the top. Scarlet's turn.
I'm gonna take my bow and I'm gonna fire at it. Fighting.
How do you want to do this?
I just wanna drive the arrow straight through his knee, taking away his last hope of escape.
That is exactly what you do. And with that, the battlefield goes quiet.
Can I collect my arrows and sword?
Sister, before you go, can you help me up?
How would you all like to proceed?
Can I give poor centaur man one of the health potions I have?
Yeah, and burn the dead bodies.
I don't think sleeping's gonna help him much, though.
He needs to rest.
I agree.
From what you learned healing Hidalgo, this injury is way worse than what Hidalgo suffered.
Well then, I guess I'll do the same thing I did for Hidalgo. Can I break the point off one of my arrows and splint it?
He screams in pain as you try to move his leg and turn it and try to put a splint to it. You're able to succeed, but he is in a lot of pain.
I'm so sorry. We have to do something to keep it still.
It's fine. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
I fear though that I never will be able to run across the plains of the forest.
All right, we get it. You
My
can't walk no more. Your leg's broken.
midnight.
And he looks at you just like, do you have no feeling?
Yes.
Do you not understand?
No.
No, she doesn't understand. She killed her last
He-
pet.
Hey, Claireon.
Dad.
He puts his head in his hands and begins to cry.
I get down from climbing the cliff. I'm like, what's up?
Can you put him to sleep? Because I don't think he's going to be able to sleep with the pain he's in.
Are you asking me from a medical standpoint or from a merciful standpoint?
Your sleeping spell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, not kill him.
a legitimate question.
No, just
Thank God
just to help him rest. Jesus.
Well, the problem is the spell really only lasts a minute.
He lifts his head from his hands, terrified. He looks at you. He's like, "Excuse me."
We're not
Sir?
going to kill you.
That's dependent on if you want
Yeah.
me to kill you.
We can totally kill you if you want.
Guys, you're not helping.
You're right.
He
But
looks at
no,
his
so-
Can I
leg
come down
as
from
if
my
thinking
case?
about it.
Unfortunately, the spell won't last that long. It'll only last for a few minutes.
Just enough
But-
to actually put him to sleep, and then if he sleeps after that, that's fine.
Without actual proper medication, he's going to wake up either way in pain.
I
Then
have
what
an
do you
idea.
suggest we do?
Well,
My character comes running over and pulls out the treats I bought earlier in town. This could help with the pain.
Oh my god, she's a genius.
I mean,
That's why I wanted to buy some, but then your dumbass shoved them all down my throat. So now I only have 2.
yeah, I can help dull the pain.
This can help him relax, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna try to
Okay.
give him one.
The pain has numbed a little. He's like, "Thank you. I can feel it a little bit. It still hurts, but not as bad. Thank
And
you."
you guys doubted me when I was buying these.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is
What
why
do you say
I
to
was
that?
buying them.
We all doubted your sanity. Anyway.
kind
The
of.
centaur looks and he points at her. She is smart. Do not make fun of her wisdom.
Why do
Buddy,
you think I hoard everything?
shut up. You're dying.
She was very wise considering she shot her own animal in the back.
Don't enable him.
Shut up.
Anyway, I think it's the best course of action to have him go back to town, since the way is
Let's go
still
back
clear,
down.
but have him tell us where to go from here.
You think he can make it to town on his own?
Well, he's got no better option.
She makes a fair statement.
I highly doubt he'll want to continue on with the current.
How much
conditions he's
farther
in.
until we were at the place that you were taking us?
This is not far, but with my leg, it may take us a little over a day.
Oh, I have an idea.
How heavy is he? How heavy are you?
He's
I am a horse.
Precisely.
900 pounds.
Could we sandwich him between the horses, kind of, to support him and help him walk and stay off like 1 foot? Like, could the horses carry him? Could we make a makeshift
Wagon.
wagon and carry him with us?
I have an axe.
Yeah, we
I
could
have a
use the
pole that
trees.
extends.
We
however long I
have some
want it to.
trees.
We'll do it. I'm down. That sounds fun.
Fuck it, let's do it.
I'm ready.
You all work through the night to help Xanth the centaur, as Claireon, who has befriended him the most, stays behind to assure him and protect him, while the rest of you go and look for resources and things. Bartholomew, with his battle axe, chops down nearby trees and starts chopping it into logs for the group to then be able to use. Scarlet then is going to use her weapons and tools to then try to chop the wood into blocks to create a makeshift platform, and Taylor, using her strength as a monk, tries to tie it all together using the remaining rope that you all collectively have. You all pitch it in to basically kind of make a raft almost. And Shadow, using his knowledge and cunning, creates makeshift struts and wheels to be able to put this thing together. I'm going to say Bartholomew, using his strength, comes and brings in boulders, and Taylor, using her fists of fury, punches the rocks into submission, creating the wheels of the wagon. And as the sun rises over the forest, your wagon is complete.
Oh,
Xanth
cry.
is very hard to get himself onto the wagon, and it takes a minute because he's such a heavy animal, and normally you wouldn't put a horse on a wagon, but here we are. But you make the wagon low to the ground, and you were able to get him on to the wagon. Unfortunately, because you guys did stay up throughout all the night, you gain a level of exhaustion. So Bartholomew, you are at 2 levels of exhaustion.
I'm ready to nap.
Agreed.
We nap while we're
Okay.
on the horses. We take shifts while we travel back.
Who's wounded?
I am fine.
I guess
All
me
right.
and Midnight can remain conscious and then do a rotation.
Are you wounded
That'll
at
work.
all, Clarion?
No,
Oh.
but I do
Same
need my
with me.
sorcerer points back.
Which makes this
Well, you
a
rest
A.
first.
No, like I still have a bunch of spell slots, but I do want my sorcery points back.
You rest first. I'll take watch with Midnight.
Well, let's have the less wounded people use first, since we still have stuff we can do.
I didn't get
Yes,
hit
we
at all.
heal.
Oh, well, as long as 2 people remain conscious, I don't care.
I don't care. I'm going to sleep first.
Everyone else is asleep. Me and Midnight are watching first.
Clarion, check out this dead guy's flute I found.
I guess while we're keeping watch, can I loot the bodies?
Midnight, you found a pouch of stones. You get 4 lumpy stones in this pouch of lumpy stones.
This will be a special tool that'll help us out later.
Clarion, you find 3 jars of paint. This orc, for whatever reason, was into art. You find a jar of red paint, blue paint, and yellow paint. Something like a small mason jar.
Hey, I have a painter's kit, I believe.
I
Let's
do
go.
not, but cool.
As Clarion
I can
and
go
Midnight,
blue.
as you guys are keeping watch, you see a blue humanoid thing come out of the brushes, dripping water.
I would like to approach it. Non-lethal intent.
As you stand right here, you see an ugly blue woman with green hair, and it looks like her face is kind of rotten, and she stares at you. You are not afraid of it anymore, or never were. You're just like, you're
I was
disgusted.
just like- Maybe her heart's made of gold.
And then this bitch is gonna run up to you and attack you with her claw. She goes for the swipe and completely misses. Bartholomew's turn. Bartholomew, you hear the loud screaming of whatever this creature is. You wake up. You were not, but you are prone because you were lying down and you slept. So you have half your movement speed.
Well, I guess put me next to it. And...
You can see its ugly ass self. You were not frightened by this. You were just like, this bitch ugly.
Wow, you are much uglier than the last one I saw. I'm not using Frenzy, but I am using Rage and Reckless.
Bitch is bleeding out.
Wait, I have another attack!
She is bloodied. She's upset and mad. She's screaming profanities at you. It is now Shadow's turn.
I cast magic missiles on her.
You hit her and she is upset, but you see the terror in her eyes. It is now Scarlet's turn.
I'm obviously not meditating anymore, and I'm gonna take out my longbow.
Alright, so you're looking directly at her, so you are terrified. As you're terrified and you lock eyes with it, and you're like, and then you let it go, and it flies through the air into this bitch's forehead. She flops down to the ground.
You thought fear would stop me. You are sadly mistaken.
You are
Bitch. I want to grab Midnight by the head and just look at them. Don't ever wake me up for this shit again.
Midnight.
I didn't.
I'm gonna say Mia gets to loot the body, so she's the one who killed it. Mia you find a heart stone.
Ooh.
This lustrous black gem allows a night hag to become ethereal while it's in her possession. The touch of a heartstone also cures any disease. You also find a soul bag. When an evil humanoid dies as a result of a night hag's nightmare haunting, the hag catches the soul in this black sack made of stitched flesh. A soul bag can hold only one evil soul at a time, and only the night hag who crafted the bag can catch a soul with it.
Can I have that bag?
Well, I want to keep the heartstone if
It's
that's
like,
okay with
Nick,
everybody.
I'll take the
Okay,
Dark Soul
you can
bag.
have it. I give it to Midnight.
And I'm gonna call it.